But basically, FanDuel, which of course is a betting site, which is a basically betting site in a different form, but for Americans, they have agreed to pay the Jacksonville Jaguars, $5 million. Now, why would they want to pay an American football team, a rich football team, $5 million? Well, basically because a former Jacksonville staffer stole $20 million from the club, from the team, and put it into the, what they call it, sports book, or the bookmakers. Basically, the whole deal was finished earlier this year. It was a year after it was found out that this guy, Amit Patel, he was kind of a mid-level finance manager for the Jaguars. He pleaded guilty to stealing $22 million through a virtual credit card system that the team used for expenses. So FanDuel said, listen, to sort of like help you out a little bit, we'll give you $5 million back. I mean, it's how this comes about. When you see it now, we'll put the link to this article in the description, so you'll see it now. So you see it here. So that the source is FanDuel to pay Jaguars $5 million over stolen betting funds. As you scroll down, you look at kind of that it was first reported in 2024 February. Jaguars had asked FanDuel to repay some of the money stolen by Patel. And so a source says the way they see it is, we got this money fair and clear. It's not our problem. Then we have to forfeit it back to you. So Patel was sentenced to 6.5 years for wire fraud and illegal monetary transaction, and he's at a minimal federal security prison in Alabama. Now he's moved into he's getting more. He's getting more. He's being brought down to Florida. He could be getting up to 30 years in prison for stealing this money. So in October last year, he sued FanDuel, asking for $250 million in compensatory and punitive damages, claiming that FanDuel exploited his gambling addiction, intentionally ignored his responsible gaming and anti-money laundering protocols. He said in his court documents that FanDuel should have known he was a problem gambler, and that he made over 1,000 deposits with the sportsbook, each in the amount of $25,000. Now, he was diagnosed with a gambling disorder in March 2023, a month after he was fired by the Jaguars. So this is like going back, So that so the feds said that his behavior was fueled by gambling addiction. And in a court filing that while employed with Jaguars, Patel lived an extravagant lifestyle that included chartering private jets, reserving luxury hotels, acquiring multiple vehicles, and purchasing cryptocurrency, a country club membership, spa treatments, and a luxury wrist watch. I mean, realistically, that's just, for me, it's the very best of insanity. First of all, how can you be diagnosed with a gambling disorder? Like, I mean, you can be diagnosed, it's an addiction. So it just, Jesus, Andrew, I mean, come on. I mean, surely America is gone. This is like, I'm sorry, America's like in the bin, gone, finished.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. This is why we love sports in one sense, but it never fails to throw up the most ludicrous, ridiculous storylines ever. Okay, a gambling addiction. I mean, I have an issue. I take issue with anybody who tries to shift what you call gambling addiction towards a medical diagnosis. I have a problem with that. That isn't a medical diagnosis. That is simply a lack of willpower, and it can lead to real things like depression and physical substance abuse or whatever. But the actual gambling addiction itself, that's like saying I've got an addiction to going for a run in the morning, or I've got an addiction to sunshine or oxygen. I mean, it's not an addiction. It's not a medical thing. You're giving people a reason to somehow justify the inability to control themselves, the inability
and criminality. Look, I would say like this: if you have like alcohol addiction, tobacco addiction, addiction to heroin, or addiction to marijuana, like that's a chemical. That's chemical. Okay.
Chemical, precisely. Thank you. There.
Yeah. So now people say that gambling, it's an addiction as well because it releases this, releases that. Yeah, but it's not like heroin where you can wean yourself off it as well. But it's not an addiction that affecting it's affecting everything. Like
It is something that deserves treatment and respect. 100%. I
agree,
mean,
agree, agree.
people can need genuine help. Look, a lot of people, I respect this, count themselves out, restrict themselves from gambling accounts. Say, look, I know I have a problem, but I don't know how to stop it. That's all they need to do. At that point, they should be given help and support. I mean, I wouldn't quite say I had a major gambling addiction, but I did used to gamble beyond my means when I was not earning enough money 15, 20 years ago. And I'd be honest, I did get a rush when I put £300 on a double of Manchester United to beat Inter Milan and Speedley on. Barcelona game came in, and this was the Inter Milan game where Ibrahimovic hit the bar, and I think Nemanja Vidic scored for Manchester United. It was 2-0, but very nervy. And I used the last £300 in my overdraft, and I got £700 back. And I thought, oh my God, this is brilliant. And I thought, whoa, this is not brilliant. What the hell have I just done? Okay, you need treatment if you can recognize it. But, dear Lord, don't let people off the hook. Don't for a second open the door. As soon as you do that, once it becomes in a legal filing anywhere, diagnosed, you're opening the door to letting criminals, not just criminals stealing money, financial crime, but it obviously is going to lead to lives being lost, ruined in every single sense. So, dear God, do not start giving the word medical diagnosis to gambling addiction. It is an addiction, it needs treatment, but the treatment is, quite frankly, a slap around the face to wake you up and then help. But
listen, I'm going through that. Yeah, I'm going through that with Tim as well. I can speak with him because he, as a 15-year-old, he got access to like betting sites, and they have free money. So it's like it's just play money. But I'm a bit annoyed because it drags him in. So he started messaging me like, what do you think of this game? I'm like, oh, he's interested in football. He's watching games. He was furious about Inter Barcelona last year, and he was like really upset. And I was like, why is he suddenly? And of course, part of me was like, oh, cool, we've got like something to share. And then I was going, wait, hold on. This boy is not into football in any way, shape, or form. I take it when I was back in Moscow. I took him to he used to love Lokomotiv. Always did. He adored Lokomotiv, but he played rugby. He was doing other things. But suddenly, he's now interested in football because of betting. I think that's bloody unhealthy. And there's a lot of kids, and I've seen them, and I've seen colleagues sitting there, and they're checking gambling apps, and I'm thinking, boys, Andrew, again, and I put my hand on my heart because I spoke with him about this. We both know that when we would, especially on the radio, we'd be giving advice on what to bet on and so on. We did that. There's no two ways about it. Andy Mack was the kingpin. Not he's the most guilty, but he was brilliant at what he did. And he was there to predict things. And I was doing the same thing. I would say, this could be right, this could be right. And we had fun picking, like with the Spice Boys, who was going to win in the Six Nations Rugby, for example. And we did that. And so Alex would say one, and Peter would say the other. And we had fun with it. But when I go back to Ireland, I will go into the bookies and I'll put 50 cents, euro cents, or a euro on a greyhound or on a horse. That's it. I'll go into a bookie, sit down, and I watch the race and go, oh, that's nice. They have free coffee, so I'll have a cup of coffee. And I say, oh, nice. I look, and then I go. But there's men sitting there, and I've seen them. And these men, they're not working, a lot of them. And one of them, I know he wasn't. And it's like the poor people are looking to get that hit. Like you said, like you're down to your last penny, you're using your overdraft to win big. And as my granddad always said to me, and he would go, and he'd be very careful going to point-to-point races like horse races or a bet on. And we didn't go to a bookies. And he always said, the bookies never walk home after a race meeting with the with their pockets hanging out. He said they drive by in the car laughing at you, smoking a cigar. And, you know, I took that on board. So I avoided it. But yeah, I agree. The medicalization of this is just an absolute joke. But look, okay, Andrew, look, we'll leave it there for right now because we need to get it away. Thank you so much. Good that we've got this back on the road for the new season. We've had the stories. Look, with Ricky Hatton's a sad one. And again, if you were affected by anything by that is discussed, please speak to people. Please reach out to people, because silence is a killer. And if you're feeling lonely, you're feeling kind of a little bit under pressure, speak with people, because the problem is we don't realize, we don't see when people are suffering. We don't see it because most people, you know, the people who really need the help don't say that they're suffering. They put on the good face. They put on their happy face. It's like, you know, it's not just a very British or Irish thing. It's all humanity does it. So we just need to sort of woke up and speak.
There's nothing else to do. Oh, it's in colour. Your hair is brown. Your eyes are hazel and soft as clouds. I often kiss you when there's no one else around. I've got your picture. I've got your picture. I'd like a million of you over myself. I want a doctor to take a picture so I can look at you from inside as well. You got me turning up and turning down, I'm turning in, I'm turning right, I'm turning Japanese.